Thing's a little crooked. Let's see. All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's get started. All right. Good morning, everyone. Tonya TKO here. And right now we are coming in live. It's very, very early on the East Coast. I think maybe about 7 something in the morning. I went to go jogging, but the temperature outside was so cold that I had to come back in. And so I came out to come and tell you guys, because I had something that was, now I made it blurry. I came out to tell you all that I've made a new channel and that you all need to subscribe to it. Is that better? Okay, yeah. So I made a new channel and you all need to subscribe to it. I realized just last night that good morning. Yes, yes, yes. You know what? This was on my heart and mind, and I wanted to jump. You know what? Let's get ready. It's 2:40 in the Nikki, where are you that it's 2:40 in the morning? Let's see. Don't tell me, Nikki. I'm gonna guess it. So let me see what time it is on the East Coast. All right. So it is 7:40 a.m. So we have 7:40, 8:40. Wait. So 7 to 7 would be 12 hours. And then to get from 7 up to midnight would be 5 more hours. And then plus 2. So we're talking about 17 hours. So you are very far east. You're very far east. Because Tokyo, I believe, Tokyo is what, 14 hours? Dubai is, oh Lord, listen. You're someplace in Asia, child. You're someplace in Asia, child. Where, Nikki, tell me. It's, wait. No, 14 hours for Tokyo. 14 hours. Because when I lived in Japan, it was a 14-hour difference between my family and I. It was like, was it 14 or was it 12? Lord, you all done called me out. Hawaii 17 hours ahead. You know what? Okay, so it's a 14-hour flight, but it's 12 hours ahead. All right. You know, this is why I'm happy that I have travelacious people. Wait, behind? So you all, wait, behind? Oh, so you all are west. So 5 hours behind then. So you haven't yet reached this time of day. Okay, so this is weird. This is weird because, you know, on the map they show Hawaii off the west coast, but where exactly is Hawaii? Does anybody really know? I'm sure there are people who know. I know I sound ignorant, but it's okay. Oh, time ends after Asia? Okay. So that means that the most that we have is 12 hours then. That's the most we have, 12 hours. And then everything else will be behind that. I guess, you know what? I guess we would have to have 12 hours one way and then 12 hours the other way because the whole globe has to be 24 hours, right? Nonetheless, good morning, everyone. I've started a new channel. I've decided that I am going to stop being fearful because, you know, this channel has 162,000 subscribers on it. I went to an event the other night. I went to YouTube Black, right? And so YouTube Black is an event that YouTube puts on once a year where Black creators come out and we get to be in all of our blackness, blackness everywhere, talking about issues, colorism, intersectionality. We even were talking about sustainability. And there were some other Black content creators that were there. I know, right? Listen, I am a little tired because all I expected to do was just go out, go for a little jog this morning, because those of you, I've started a matchmaking service. So I'm going to be taking some professional photos, and your girl is I'm trying to pull it in just a little bit, without having to go and roll up some shapewear. I'm trying to pull it in a little bit without having to go roll up some shapewear. So nonetheless, I just wanted to come out and let you all know that I've started a new channel. I decided to stop being fearful. I went to YouTube Black the other day, and I saw other content creators that were able to reinvent themselves and shift onto secondary channels that also were able to grow. Personally, I think that my Tonya TKO show channel is broken. I think that, because YouTube has these algorithms. So if you look, right, if you look at my channel, I have 162,000 subscribers, which is nice, but my reach is truncated. So I think what's happened, because this channel is 12, 13 years old. So this channel is 12, 13 years old. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. And I think that as the subscribers have built up over the years, some people's accounts are dead, etc. So YouTube will share you out to as many people as click on your videos or come to your channel or whatever. And I think that over the years, that because of the way YouTube has been set up, etc., I think that this channel is broken. And yeah, LaRon is saying, I feel like they've suppressed you. Right, exactly. I do feel like there's some sort of tick, some sort of box that's been ticked behind the scenes about my channel that has kept my channel in a sort of realm. And I'm ready to, after going to YouTube Black and seeing other content creators who have been able to flourish on secondary channels, I realized that I have to stop being fearful of going out into the great unknown, because do I know what's going to happen on the new channel? No. The new channel is not monetized. I need 1,000. This is what I need to get the new channel monetized. I need 1,000 subscribers. Right now, they're 321. Because I announced this channel like a year ago, but I never really did anything with it. I never really uploaded over there. But now that it's 2020 and I'm seeing the direction that I'm going in, I'm just ready to make a shift. I'm ready to pivot, and I'm ready to get into the types of content that I want to shift towards. So will I still be doing reaction videos? Yes, I will be. But I won't be doing reaction videos just to be doing them. I'll be doing reaction videos with a lesson and a purpose. Not just sitting up here doing theatrics. The channel name is actually in the title of the video, which is Tonya TKO TV. Oh my goodness, I look so pretty and chocolatey this morning. Oh my gracious. I don't know. Thank you all so much. Thank you. So the channel is Tonya TKO TV. It's actually in the description of the video. I put a link there. And that's the direction we're going in. Yeah, that's the direction we're going in right now. So welcome in, everyone. Welcome. So this is my plan. My plan is to create videos on the other channel and then push them on the community tab of this channel. And so listen to what YouTube did. I can't go live on the other channel anymore. So they've stopped channels that don't have 1,000 subscribers from being able to go live from mobile. So this is how YouTube, it's like, you know what I saw on YouTube yesterday? No, this morning. You know what I saw on YouTube this morning? Mike Tyson has a pod. Mike Tyson has a podcast. And I'm like, YouTube is getting so corny. I was thinking to myself, do I even want to make a new channel? YouTube is getting so corny. Like, for real, Mike Tyson and his damn podcast. So he's gonna be up there. Good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be talking. I mean, come on, really? It's like I put up that post on the community channel. So Jeannie Mae is now talking about my boyfriend took me on a trip or whatever, and I'm like, bitch, you and your damn rich ass. Why don't you sit your damn Asian ass down? My boyfriend did surprise me with a trip, and I'm like, bitch, come on. And what's her name? Tia Mowry. Tia Mowry has been vlogging for years, though. She's been talking about her little curl pattern and her little babies and stuff, and doing some natural. Remember when the natural hair movement? Tia kind of tried to jump on the tail end of that. And then now The Rock, Mr. Tooth Fairy. Remember The Rock played the Tooth Fairy? Mr. Tooth Fairy is now talking about, this is The Rock now. He's like, I don't know what motivates you. I don't give a fuck about the competition. I gotta stay pumped. And now he's working out. And I'm like, really? Come on. I'm like, The Rock is on here vlogging. Who else did I see vlogging? Who else did I see? Listen, Rihanna. She's not really vlogging. She's doing makeup tutorials. But she's doing makeup tutorials for her product. And I like Rihanna, right? So I don't know if I'm more accepting of Rihanna because I like her, or because to me, when Rihanna came out and started doing her makeup tutorials, to me, it felt like she was trying to help people become aware of Fenty, how to use Fenty, etc. But Jeannie Mae talking about Adrienne Bailon is now, oh God. But Jeannie Mae talk about my boyfriend took me on and I'm just like, come on. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. You can't find the channel? TKO TV. The link is in the description. The link is in the description. I'll tell it to you right now. Can someone type this for me as I say it out loud? It's youtube.com/C as in Charlie, or /C as in channel, /TonyaTKO TV. youtube.com/C/Tonya TKO TV. And that's the new channel. But I feel like this channel is broken, and I'm ready to move. You all saw the video that I did with this guy and being gifted the rental property, and how he was like he would rather a Rolex. Okay, so who put that up? So let me give you a shout out. I can't even give you a shout out, Siobhan, when you misspelling com. It is too early. The girl done put youtube.com. I cannot. I can't. So we got the con of YouTube. I can't. What are we doing this morning? You know what? You're right. It's too early. Some of you getting your kids ready. My niece is getting ready to get up to get ready for school too. Beauty flag, thank you. Click the link in the description. Keep it simple. Why can't we keep it simple and easy? Because it is early, and my brain is really feeling rattled around inside my head. She wrote Tony as well. Hold on, let me scroll back up. Hold the heck up. Hold up. Hold up. I can't. You know, sometimes people be saying they helping. They be saying they helping. They be saying they helping. But what they be saying, keep your help. Keep your help. Okay. I'm sorry. sorry, but no, for real. Thank you, Siobhan. Thank you. Thank you. She did get it right. She did get it right. She did get it right after all. She did. She got it right the second time, but then she put an asterisk on there. So I don't know if the asterisk is going to throw off the URL. We don't know. Because, so listen, anyway. So now Adrienne Ballion, because listen, there's money to be made on YouTube. There's money to be made on YouTube. You searched Tonya TKO TV and didn't find. Well, you know what? It's new. It's new. It's new. So wait, it still says can't stop it. No, it doesn't, because I checked it the second time. I haven't tried searching it myself. Because I just changed the name and I just got the vanity URL this morning. So it's new. Listen, you're on the ground floor. Just feel excited that you're getting in first. But let me get my subs up while we live. Let me grab my computer. Hold on. Oh, God of mercy. All right. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna go to YouTube and search from a page. Let me search youtube.com. Let me go and then let me search Tonya TKO TV. Tonya TKO TV. Oh, snap. You're right. It's the old page. What the bumper clot? Hey, you all are right. They're hating on me. Okay, you know what? No. We're not going to panic. We're just going to put in the URL because you're right. You're right. It says Tonya TKO TV, but you know what? It's okay. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Because it's going to take a while to update in the system. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just go to, the URL is inside the description. And you can just go to youtube.com/C as in channel /Tonya TKO TV. And click on that. And it'll take you there. All right. It'll take you there. So I haven't used the channel in a year. And so that is what the issue is. All right, let's see. So you're going to have to, YouTube needs coffee. Yeah, but you know what? So let's see, 2000. Wow, I made that channel 2 years ago and just never used it. I wonder if I should have just made a completely new channel. But it's too late because I already claimed the vanity URL on that channel. It's too late now at this point because I claimed the vanity URL because I'm like, you know what? Why start from scratch when there's already a channel there with 300 subscribers? I should have done that, but then I was like, also, you know, when you create a channel anew, there's different things that YouTube does. So I'm like, I don't want to, if they're like, you can't do this for 90 days and all of this. So then I didn't want to get into all of that. All right. It still says I only have 321 subscribers. So what are you all on this broadcast doing? What are you doing? Let's see. All right. All right. You can subscribe from the link right now. Just got done subscribing. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, you know what? Let me subscribe to my own channel. I just subscribed. All right. So once that channel gets up to, so this is what they do. You have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. How many minutes is that? 4,000 watch hours, which means the videos have to be live. They have to have 4,000 hours. 4 times 6 is 24. So we're talking about 24,000 minutes. Is that what we're talking about? It's early. I'm tired too. So how many minutes is 4,000 hours? Look, I ain't the only one that's been searching this. Okay, so we got 240,000 minutes. 240,000 minutes. How long will it take me to get you all to watch 240,000 minutes? So if the average video is 30 minutes, let's see. Let's do 20-minute videos. If the average video is 20 minutes, so we got 240, 1, 2, 3, divided by 240,000 divided by 20 equals 12,000. So I only need to get 12,000 views on no, 4,000 hours, not 600 hours, 4,000 hours. Who said it's no, it's showing 4,000 hours. 4,000 hours of watch minutes. Let me check that again. I'll check it again. I'm going to go to the switch accounts. Let me go to Tonya TKO TV. Now I got 355 subscribers. So thank you all for subscribing. So it went from 321 to, wait, was it 351 or did it go from 321? It is too early. I should come out later. I should come out later. I don't care. I'm going to keep doing videos. I wanted to come out and say hello to you all today. The road that we, okay, so it was 321 before. Okay, so I got 30-something subscribers. Good, thank you. Thank you for subscribing to the new channel. Thank you. So let me go to settings. Go to settings. Go to settings and let me see. View your channel, Google account settings, channel status and features. All right, that should be the one. Channel status and features. All right, live streaming, monetization. Here we go. Enable. Enable monetization. Here. So it was 321 before. So this is what it shows. Why my hand is, oh Lord, my external done fell. Cancel. Here, I'll show you. Look. Do you see that? Right here. So this is what I had before, 321 subscribers, and I have 8 public watch hours. I need 4,000. So, what's it we're talking about? We need 240,000 minutes over there. This is how YouTube does it. I feel like my brightness never came back. I feel like it never came back. All right, so I feel like the camera is like now is all, I don't care. So listen, everybody, I just wanted to come out and say that. How are you all doing? How's your families out there? How are you all doing? Thank goodness everybody in my family is well. I'm doing well. I'm still in New York City. I'm going to be becoming certified to become, I'm getting my certification in matchmakery. So I will be certified come next month. And so I'm just working on that stuff behind the scenes. Thank you to all of the ladies and men who have come and signed up to get into the database so that when I do start matching, you're already in the database. So will I upload my newest Facebook videos to the new channel? I don't really have Facebook videos. I make videos on YouTube and then I upload those videos onto Facebook. That's what I do. I don't really make videos for Facebook. Because you know what, with all of these platforms, it's like, it's a lot controlling all of these platforms. So Think Positive is saying, are you married? I'm new to your channel. I am not yet married, no. And I think that actually gives me a tremendous advantage as a matchmaker. And I personally believe that if I had gotten married years ago, that I would not be moving towards matchmaking now, because it's in being in these streets. It's from being in these dating streets that I see what's going on out there and how it's going on. And from continuing to be single, right? Um, and from continuing to be single, I I understand I understand the difficulties of being a working person in America, where a large portion of your life and livelihood is dependent on you working and not really having the time resource to be in all of the places that you need to be in order to find the person who is right for you. So actually, and I'm going to be really honest, right? And this is one of the things that that I'm going to be doing a video about for the matchmaking service, is in answering this question, right? Because I believe that life speaks to us through our lives. And I believe that when the time is right, when things are in alignment, that the person who is right for you will come forward, and you will, like, you two will come together and converge. And I believe that my service is one of those services that is put here in the universe in order to bring people together from different parts of the country, right? And I believe that the universe, God, life, my higher self, however it is that you have, whatever connection you have with what that thing is, I believe that I've been guided into this particular realm, because I could have gotten married in 2012, and I decided to choose a different path. And when I decided to choose that different path, I realized that I realized that personal happiness, right? I realized that personal happiness is a lot more important than people's perceptions. Because I wonder how many people out there are putting up pictures for the gram and they're not really satisfied in their relationships, you know? Not really satisfied in their relationships, but are getting into their relationships to have validation. And I'm going to be really honest. In 2012, when I was considering pairing in matrimony, a great portion of that was in me wanting to be able to show off my husband for the internet, to be like, ha, I told you, look how fine he is, look how successful he is. And when all was said and done, at the end of the day, I decided to choose me. I decided to choose myself. And I think that life has been guiding me. And I believe that it was meant for me to create this service and be of service to people. And I personally believe that when you are obedient, and I mean obedient to your higher self, obedient to your calling, obedient to God, however it is that you want to call it, but when you listen and you act in concordance with that which you are being guided towards, that's when things start falling into alignment, right? And so there's so many things that have gotten me to this point right here, including the journey to Africa and back. And it was like, so first, 2014, I closed my business, right? I do give consultations. 2014, I closed my business, and I said, I closed my business, and you all remember my head was shaved bald, and I was sitting there, and I was like, you know what? I don't know I don't know whether or not what it is that I'm doing is right, but I have to listen. I wanted to be an author. I told you all what it is that I wanted. I wanted to be an author. I wanted to produce my show. And then I left New York. And when I landed in California, that's when I got all of the notifications that my bank accounts had been leaned and seized. And I landed with no money. And I landed into the displacement. So then I went from this journey. I went from this journey into displacement and living in my car and coming out of that situation. But first I traveled around Central and South America. Then when I came back to New York, and then that's when I landed into the displacement, right? And then that journey traversing out of the displacement and getting to where it is that I am now on the other side of that and traveling to Africa and coming back. But when I got out of the displacement and in putting my life together, putting the pieces back together, coming to terms and coming to grips with who it is that I am and what my worth is, and doing the things that I needed to do mentally, psychologically, spiritually. Like I had to tell this man the other day, I had to tell him the other day, I was like, listen, I was telling him how how strenuous it is for me as a woman to really stay focused mentally. I'm in New York City. New York City is not an easy city. You know how they say if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere? And that's because in New York, you're emotionally, psychologically on high alert, always. It's a very dangerous situation being in the Bronx. It's very dangerous in New York. It's dangerous traversing as a Black person through the United States, period. It's dangerous traversing through a female body. It's dangerous traversing through a Black female body. But nonetheless, I had to tell him, I was like, listen, I need no one in my inner circle who will subtract not even one fragment from from the mental stability that I need in order to be able to do the things that I need to do. I was like, no one in my inner circle. I was like, the people who are closest to me, I need those people to feed into me. Because it's like there's some men out there who are of the belief, like they're listening to these pickup artists, and there's this thing called negging, where people where men will try to give an insult to a woman and this, that, and the other. And many of us women, we fall for it because we have these insecurities. Like I was sitting at a party one day. You know what? I feel like when I'm talking, like I'm in the movie Inception, where there were different layers to like the different layers that you kept going down, but then you had to like blow the bomb and come back up the layers. So we're gonna get back to everything that I'm detailing and layering right now. I had to tell him, listen, because listen, first of all, I love myself. Those insecurities and those self-doubt and loathing, that's not me. That's not my issue. And so I had to tell him, I was like, listen, I was like, that's not going to, that's, I was like, no, babe, no. I was like, that's not the type of woman that I am. That's not what, I was like, that's really only going to push us further apart. Because I'm like, that's not, like some women would be like, oh, I just let me hop behind him. Because those are the issues that you're working through, right? And so we find people to work through our issues. That I know that that's not truth. What he's saying is not truth. So I don't resonate with it. It's like, I know you're lying. Because what you say, I lie. It's a lie. Exactly. Talking about running from those dudes, precisely. I've had to make several shifts in my inner circle. Several. So nonetheless, the things that I had to do mentally and psychologically to be able to come out onto the other end of the displacement, because it's not easy. Once you start going down into that hole, and we have many different holes. We have holes in our jobs, holes in our lives, where once you go down into those holes, it's difficult to get back out. There's some people out there who are stuck 3 years into a major, and they realize that they hate that major and do not want to go towards that path. But now you're stuck in student loan debt. Your parents are so happy. They're proud of you. First person in your family to graduate from college, but you already see you're 3 years in to a 4-year degree and you don't want you don't want to pursue that path. There's some people who are in a relationship that they realize it's not the damn right relationship for them, but now they're pregnant, or now their mate is pregnant, and they've already seen the early warning signs of potential problems, but now there's a new life on the way. And so you start going down into these holes where now you done bought property with a person, you done invested in a person, you done posted a person all up along the gram, you done introduced the person all to your family, but behind the scenes you've seen the usops. And you're like, this is not really gonna work, but God damn it, I then showed this person to everybody. You get caught up in proving to your family that this person is the right person for you. Your family, when they first met him or when they first met her, they were like, that ain't gonna work. But you didn't spend so much time defending this person that if you admit that they were right, then now you feel like a fool. So you're caught in this hole with this person. There's some people who are now up to their necks in their mortgages, and they got a toxic job that's deteriorating their damn liver every single day. Your pancreas is fibrillating inside of you with pain. Uterus filled with fibroids. Fibrous tissue in your breast. Pain in your throat and thyroid. And you don't know how to get out of it because now you got kids. Kids depend on you. The kids got soccer practice and after school dance, and one of your kids is getting ready to go off to school, and the money got to come from somewhere. So you're sacrificing yourself because you're in this hole. And there's so many of us who are in a situation we don't know how to get out of it. You moved across the country to be with a mate. And you get there and the situation ain't what you thought it was going to be, goddamn, but you done gave up everything back home. Now you in a hole. There's so many holes that we get into, and coming out onto the other end of it is difficult. So now we're coming back up the layers. So I said I wanted to be an author. And it took going into the displacement for this book to be born. And this is the book of affirmation, self-love. This is my book with the affirmations I had to tell myself personally. These are the most powerful ones all combined in one book. This book, it got me out of the displacement, and it continues as I use the book to continue to motivate me to try new things, to reinvent myself, to keep pushing forward. That even as I'm scammed behind the scenes, that I continue to invest in educating myself and not take the faltering that has happened, the stumbling that I've come upon, not take that and fall or buckle to my knees. This book right here, I kid you not. And I became a certified clinical hypnotherapist, and I used what it is that I have learned to help you be able to rewrite your subconscious programming. And so this is the book. And look, you see, I use it. You don't need to read what I wrote. You don't need to read what I done wrote. But this is my book. This is my book. And so it was like I said, I wanted to be an author, but I wasn't that person. I wasn't that person. I wasn't an author yet. It was like the old me had to die and the new me reborn an author. It was the displacement that got this book made. It was the displacement that made this book come to life. Had I not gone through the displacement, I would still be like, oh, I want to be an author. Oh, I wanted this, I wanted that. So listen, I know this video was supposed to be about my new channel, but you know, when we get to talking, we get to talking, right? But if you're coming in new right now, go like the new channel. It's Tonya TKO TV. You can't find it through search just yet, but the link is in the description, right? So I want to encourage all of you out there, because you know what? There's so many people out there who are biblical or believe in the Bible, and the Bible, or even believe in mythology, where they talk about the phoenix going into the fire and rising from the ashes, where they talk about Jesus going into the tomb and rising from the dead. What if this is metaphorical? What if the death of you is the giving up of all of those things that you think define you? I thought money defined me. And as long as I stayed tethered to thinking that money defined me, I continued to stay in a miserable existence that did not feel like me. It was when I gave up money and I went down into the fire. Listen, I went down into the fire and I came out anew. And that's when I didn't have to try to be an author. I became one. I was one. It's not even that I became, I am. You know how in the Bible, they say that when Moses asked God, who are you? What is your name? What did God say? For those of you who are biblical, and I'm not religious, right? But the Bible is a book, and there are words in the book, and people have read these words. What did the Most High say to Moses when Moses says, "What is your name?" I want somebody out there. I don't expect you all to know, but many of you have come from religious backgrounds. So piece of candy is giving an answer, but that's not the answer that I know. So I'm going to wait for somebody else to come. Okay, so Dupree NY is the first person to write it. I am that I am. I am that I am was the answer. I am that I am. And so when I went down into the fire, I came out and I did not become an author. I was an author. I didn't become one. I came out and I was one. And so all that needed to be done is for the words to get down onto the pages of the book and for the book to be published. That's it. But I was an author. I spent so much time saying, I want to be this. I want to be that. When all I needed to do was be. That's it. That's it. Like in The Wizard of Oz, she clicked her heels together. All of that time she spent wanting to get back to Kansas. And all she had to do was just be in Kansas. Listen to what it is that I'm saying. So I know that there's a lot of you out there who want a lot of different things. Rather than want it, just be it. Just be it. Really. Really. It's that, be it. Just like that. Just like that. You know, I don't talk about my near-death experience very much. I don't talk about it often at all. I had a near-death experience before I came on to YouTube in 2007. It was the near-death experience that actually led me to YouTube. If it were not for that near-death experience, you would not know who Tonya TKO is. So during this near-death experience, I went into this realm, and I'm not going to go into full details about what happened in this realm. But when I came out of this realm, because I had been hemorrhaging, I had 3 blood transfusions, and the blood was going somewhere, and nobody knew where the blood was going. I had a 3-hour surgery that turned into 12 hours. And when I came out of that, I was losing so much blood that the doctors were concerned. And I wasn't really sure what was going on until I saw the look on my father's face. And my mother had died years before that. And so when I saw my father's face, I knew and understood that look. And I went into a realm and had to decide whether or not I still wanted to be here. And I'm going to tell you something about dying for all of you out there who may have ever had a family member who has died or who is near death right now. The feeling of death is an amazing, intoxicating, love-filled feeling. It's a feeling that is so crippling, so grappling, that you don't want to be in the pains of this earth. When you are very close to death, it feels ecstatic. It's one of the most amazing feelings. When you get close to death, you realize that this life, listen to what it is that I'm saying. You realize that it is this life that is the lie. Listen. And that all of us are at varied stages of this delusion that we call life. Deluded. Listen to what it is that I'm saying. Deluded by staying minimized. Deluded by the barriers of our humanness. And when I came out of this realm that I was in, when I had to make the decision about whether or not I wanted to live or to go be in truth, And when I decided that I wanted to live and I came out of this situation, when I came out of that realm, I looked at the machine and I commanded the machine to stabilize. I commanded the blood to stay in my system and to stop hemorrhaging. I commanded my heart rate to to taper down from where it was, and I commanded my organs to function. And you know what happened when I commanded these things? It was so. It was so. There was no, oh, please, machine, stabilize. I came out of this realm. I looked at the machine and I commanded it. There was a force that existed inside of me, and I commanded the machine because it was like doing these beepings, right? Commanded the I commanded the beep. I commanded my organs, and there was no me coming from a lesser place saying, please do this for me, please. I came out, I commanded it, and it was so. Because it was so before I commanded it. Nonetheless, I don't want to get too deep on you all. I was just coming out to tell you to like my new page. But in the vein of what it is that we are talking about, I'm going to tell all of you out there, what if you really need to give up what it is that you know, this hole that you're in, and what if life is just waiting for you to take command of your own life? It's like, imagine what birth feels like for a baby inside of the only world that it's ever known, shrouded in darkness, hearing the voice of the mother, of God, speaking to it through this realm, muffled, but still you can hear something. And you're in this liquid filled world that's warm, and then you start to feel life shaking you. And you start to feel this pressure squeezing on you and turning you upside down. Imagine what those moments are like for a baby. Imagine what those moments are like as you're being contracted and turned upside down and squeezed. Imagine what that is like when you feel the water pop out from around you. And then you feel that heart racing and you feel that squeezing and you feel those contractions. Imagine what that feels like for a fetus, not knowing where it's going and what lies on the other end of it. Imagine what that feels like. But imagine if that fetus tried to cling onto the umbilical cord and latch itself onto the placenta. Imagine if it tried to hold onto the umbilical cord as it's turning upside down. It's holding onto the umbilical cord and it's like, no, and it's latching onto the placenta. Imagine, because it's afraid to leave the only world that it has ever known. Anyway, I just want to inspire you all out there to give birth to your new self and to trust that is what is on the other side of uncertainty is what's meant for you. When I was in the displacement, I did not know what was on the other side of it, but there was a certain movement that I continued to do, one foot in front of the other. I'm telling you, let me, look at this. Keep moving. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. This is what I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling you. Because it's like, if you trust in a higher entity, if you trust in a higher intelligence, if you trust in God, if you trust in the universe, then you trust that whatever wish it is that you gave before you came into this earth, you trust that that wish is going to be answered. And that this contracting, that you feel and the upside down that you're being turned is you being guided towards that which you said that you wished for. When I said I wanted to be an author, I was not an author yet. I was not an author yet. I wanted to be an author, but I was not an author. I went through the displacement and I was an author. I woke up and there was no, I remember when this book was being born, there was no, and you know what? I had a person in my inner circle that when she first saw the stuff of the book, she criticized it. She was like, "Oh, look at the," she was like, "Look at this big head," which was the. She was like, "This big head. This doesn't look right. This is scary." This person right here. She's like, "This looks scary. What is that?" This, and then she was looking at the other, and she was like, "This big head. This," and she couldn't see the vision. She couldn't see the vision. And so I had to make some shifts when I decided to get this book out into the world, and I realized that my book was a fetus and that I needed to protect this fetus, right? I realized that I had to do what it is that I needed to do to keep my circle clean enough to be able to do what it is that I needed to do. Because when I woke up one morning, it was like I arose one morning and I had gotten the whispering from my higher self. And my higher self said, create this book. Because I had been doing my affirmations. Had gone through hypnotherapy school and I had gotten the way exactly how to do all of this stuff. I knew it in my mind, but the book had not yet been born. And I woke up one morning and my higher self said, get to the computer, open this up, do this. Listen, I designed this book myself. I designed all of the typography, all of that. I did, well, I can't say that I did it myself because all I did was I allowed myself to be a vessel because I sat down there at the computer and the inspiration came through me. Like when people see the book is absolutely beautiful. I used the book myself because the book is still new to me because the book came from another realm. It came through me. And I sat down there and I just allowed, like all of these things came to me. Everything in this book is perfection. It's a petite book. It's a petite book that has just exactly what it is that you need in it. It's petite enough to travel with, to put inside your purse while you're on your way, to look through. Like if you're getting on a plane, it just slides in very nicely and easily. It's a petite, nice book. I traveled through all of Nigeria with this book, all of Ghana with this book. And so I wish that I wish that I could encourage any of you out there that when you feel life contracting you and turning you upside down, that instead of trying to hold on to the umbilical cord and trying to latch onto the placenta, that you allow yourself to be birthed. That you allow yourself to be birthed. Thank you, Liz. Thank you. Liz is saying she loves the book. This book is available on Amazon. If you just search for Tonya TKO, the link to the book is also in the description. And so you know what, Erica, and I'm glad that this is the first thing that you're hearing this morning too. It's really important to be able to start our mornings out. So many of us, the first thing we do is we pick up our phones and then we're bombarded with well, I can't complain that you picked up your phone because I'm on a phone right now. I'm on your phones. But then we're bombarded with all of these outside stuff penetrating into our realm, getting inside of our heads and hearts, the arguments, people responding to us and all of this. And Facebook makes it so easy for people to respond to your comments and bring all of their stuff to you. And Nikki, I'm great. I'm glad that this is something that you're falling asleep to because it's important to be able to allow. This is why, look, this book right here, you do it before you go to sleep or as you're waking up. And these are the affirmations that rotate through your mind. And when you drift out of your body at night and you go into the other realm, you start conspiring on your behalf to create all of these things. Like this matchmaking service that I'm doing, I am being obedient. I'm being obedient to the Creator, being obedient to the Most High, being obedient to my higher self. Because I'm like, I'm not married. But what are the advantages that I have as an unwed person that I bring into matchmaking? Why is it that I have been kept single all of this time and then guided into matchmaking? And so instead of questioning, because I'm sure if there was a Mary, if there was a Mary of the Bible, I'm sure she said, listen, I'm a virgin. Why, how do I give birth to a Messiah? And I'm sure there's so many of us that question, who am I to do X, Y, Z? And I'm telling you, listen, be obedient to your higher self. Instead of thinking why you, think why not you? Or you know what? You don't even have to think of why not you. You can think of why you. Because when I think of why me, why should I, a single person, start a matchmaking service? Why should I? Who am I? Right? And then I have to start answering that doggone question, who am I? And why me? Yes, why me? Why would a single woman, why would a single Black woman living in America start a matchmaking service to assist other single Black women? And then the answers start coming to you. Then the answers start coming to you. The answer came to me. I have an amazing advantage as a person who is still single. If I had been married years ago, I would not start. I would be in the lap of the luxuriating in my marriage, and I wouldn't know and understand just how effing difficult it is out here when people are approaching you with Netflixing and chilling as a quote unquote date, and all of the toxicity and dysfunction that exists in this country. So while we're talking, you can come to my website and you can write me a message. I am recruiting right now for the database for the matchmaking service. And so it's $99 to get in the database, but there's a pre-interview that we need to do before that, where you get to ask me questions about matchmaking. I get to know a little bit about you. And then if it's a good fit, if it will get you where it is that you need to be, then I induct you into the database, and that's a $99 fee right now. Once the website is up and running, the fee is going to increase. But for right now, it's $99. All right. Someone is saying the book has made such a tremendous difference in their life. My matchmaking service is connecting Black American women with West African men who are both in the United States. So in different states in the US. And that is what my service is. And all of that was the why. For those of you who have dated West African men who are in the US and who were raised in the United States, you know the benefits of dating Western men. The amazing union, the amazing masculinity and protection and provision. Now, am I going to say 100% of everything? No, there's some African F boys out there. Yes, there are. Yes, there are. However, however, you have a greater chance, you have a greater likelihood of catching a husband if you are fishing from a husband pond. You have a greater chance. I gave somebody an almond tree analogy the other day, right? It's like on an almond tree, every almond is not going to be a perfect almond, but every single almond on that tree would have been grown in the soil, at the nutrients that exist inside that soil. So, culturally speaking, African men are more marriage minded, more family oriented, and more success driven than the typical and average African American man. And it's painful to say that, but it is the truth. It is the truth. So if you want to listen, and so you know what? That's part of the reason that I made a new channel too, because I see that there's a new fight that your girl has on her hands. You all are starting to send me videos from a person by the name of, I'm just going to say, I'm not even going to say the person's name. I'm not going to say their name. I'm not going to say their name. But apparently, listen to this. Oh no, we're at 59. Oh, I don't like my videos to be longer than an hour. But there are Black men who are angry that we are divesting, and now they're starting to attack women who want African men. So it's like they want you to stay in the mud and the mire with them. Go to the new channel. I'm going to be making new videos over there, right? Because I got to get out of here before the hour mark. Tonya TKO, and I'm out. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. Love yourself. Peace.